Diaz,
Hey.
back again.
Yes, sir.
A new Juno.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so we've had the Juno line for many years, and we've started with the Juno Ds, Juno Gs, Juno DIs. Now, this one is the Juno DS, and so there's some really cool upgrades in this one. One of the big ones is we've always had a Juno 61-note synth action, but now this year we're introducing the Juno DS in an 88, and it's a weighted action. So this is something that's really great. It's a weighted action, and it only weighs 35 pounds. So very easy to take with you. And it has the same action as the RD300NX, so it's a very good action in there.
What's the synthesis engine? How's it sound?
Oh, as far as the sounds in there, what are the sounds? Well, both of the keyboards, they come with 1,200 sounds. So 1,200 sounds in there. And also, there's a special sound set. When you see DS in the sound, that's the DS sounds that are optimized and new for the Juno DS, and they sound really amazing. And so there's a lot of great PCM sounds, a lot of Roland classics from our library.
So I'm guessing the piano's got to be a big stalwart. So
Oh yes, that's another one. Hey, let's give it a listen.
let's do that.
Okay, great. So this is the Roland Grand Piano DS. So it's actually very nice piano, especially given the price point that this is. I think musicians are going to be very pleased with how it sounds and how it reacts.
So I'm guessing this is kind of aimed at the maybe gigging musician who needs those kind of bread and butter sounds, right?
Absolutely, a gigging musician. You know, this is actually also a good one for someone that's new to like getting into the whole keyboards. They don't want to spend a lot of money, but they want to have a lot of great variety of sounds. Plus, it's also great for the gigging guy that maybe he doesn't want to take his big heavy boards, his big expensive boards out to every gig. And this is a nice way he can do it, either with the 61, which is 12 pounds, or the 88, which is 35 pounds. Just great.
And some of the other Junos in the range also had a pretty reasonable synth engine. What kind of synthesis have we got on this guy?
Well, the synthesis in here is the PCM synthesis, but it's a lot of classic PCM. So let's take a listen. One of the sounds in here, JVEP Plus, that is a classic that you have to have, and especially if you're gigging. And then I found another one that I really love, you know, at the West Coast. This is another classic. So a lot in there. And then also for gigging, you know, I come from a gigging background as well as a lot of your guys that watch. I found a great brass in here. Of course, you can always tweak it. It's the breakout brass, which has a good bite and it's actually very full. So this sounds wonderful.
And I'm guessing with all of those keys, what's the kind of splitting and that capability? Maybe using it as a controller? I mean, how does it integrate?
Good question. So as far as splitting and layering, let's go there first. You can split this up to 16 different ways, just like a lot of our big boards. Roland's been doing that for well over 20 years. So you can split and layer, octave shift, change the different key section. So you can actually go very deep in there as far as that. So that's actually a wonderful. Now, as far as using it as a controller, we're jumping ahead a little bit, but that's okay. As far as using it as a controller, we do have audio, USB audio and MIDI. So that way we can hook it up to our computer and it can work with any DAW that you choose, you know, so that's something great, and use it as a controller. And if you use it in that way, we have something called DAW control, and what that does, that allows you to control your DAW, your transport controls, and then also use the real-time knobs and sliders for different parameters in there as well. So that's something that's really great. So for live playing, and also if you want to work in the DAW realm, you can do that.
Just as my always question when I see a keyboard with 88 keys, is there Aftertouch in this guy?
This one, I don't believe it does have Aftertouch. It does have Aftertouch, but you know, my answer to that is always, you could always put it in a pedal and just adjust it there.
Absolutely. A lot of people
That's always a real nice way.
So I noticed we got these pads here. Are these actually for triggering, or are they for program pre-recalls?
Yes, you can trigger. Now this is a great thing. A lot of the Junos don't really have a lot of sequencing options, you know, in the DI and the stuff like that. But this one actually has a pattern sequencer. So there's 16 parts in here, but on the pattern sequencer, you can record 8 parts for up to 8 measures. So kind of like our TR-8s and all that stuff, just a pattern sequencer to just get your ideas down and kind of have a good time. If you like, I can go ahead and do a quick pattern for you.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds great.
Let's do that. So right here, I can change what part that I'm working in. And if I'm working in 8, I can maybe have a drum right here. But here's another cool thing about this. I'm able to import samples, so 16-bit WAV files in here. So I'm going to go ahead and create a quick sequence using a sample. So I'll go ahead and press it right in here. I'll break this one in here. Go ahead and wait note and just play real quick. So it already recorded that, and now it's on a loop. And now very quickly I can go in and I'm going to choose this part and I'm going to put a bass sound. And there's a lot of different sounds in here, so we have a lot to choose from. I'm going to use this Gaia A1 bass, okay? So have this in here and record right on the fly. Here we go. So I have that in there, but maybe I want to adjust the sound and adjust the sound. I can come into cutoff and resonance. So I have that going. Now if I want, I can come in. Let's choose another sound. Let's choose that piano, that Roland DS. And now I can just play on top of that. Check it out. When I'm ready to record, let's record it right in here. And here we go. And so that quickly, we have a nice patch. Now we can come, and then maybe it's too loud. I can come into here and adjust it so if I'm singing along or playing along, I can do that. And then I can actually mute and break it down. All right, everybody, get off your seat and get to the floor and have a great time. And then if we want to, bring in another sound, bring an analog lead, and just play on top. So just really, really fun to do.
Yeah, no, I could see that you could build stuff up real quick. And what can you do with that once you've recorded it? Can you export?
Well, once I record it, I can go ahead and I can save it inside the keyboard, so I can pull it up, to bring it up later for a little bit of party or kind of work on my sounds. Also, don't forget, since it's an audio MIDI interface, I can dump it out and build on it. I think ultimately that's what we want at Roland. We want you to go ahead and make great music, have a great time, and so come up with your patterns here, your sequences, and then if it's something you want to build on, go ahead and take it out of the USB audio MIDI and have a ball.
So this is available now, and
this is available. This is available now. It actually came out, I think, it was with the boutiques. I think that was October, November.
Yeah, in the shadow, I'd imagine.
In the shadow, the boutiques, our little synth candy, as I call them, the synth candy kind of stole the show. But this is definitely something that's a core that should be in all the stores. And it's, like I said, it's great for my intro synth guy, but also my guy that knows what he wants. And especially like an old Roland player, us old guys, we recognize some of these classic Roland waveforms. And it's like having an old friend back. But
well,
now I can
88
record.
keys as well is always useful.
Oh, 88 keys, and once again, 35 pounds.
So how much is it, Ed?
So the 61 is $6.99, and the 88 is $9.99. So it's not going to break your back. It's not going to break your bank. It's really awesome.
Thank you very much.
Hey, thank you guys. Take care.
Award-winning customer service. Fast, free shipping on most orders. Own the gear of your dreams today.